The first step in the CFOP method is to make a cross. You should be able to do this very efficiently and in not a lot of moves. So here are some tips to get faster. Tip number 1 is to use good inserts. So if you were trying to solve this cross piece, you can solve it like this. If it's in the bottom, and if it's back here. That will help for when you're on your last cross piece, you can easily solve it. Another tip is if you have a piece like this that's really easy to go in, but you have one that's not very easy, you can place it on top of a good one. You can solve the good edge, and it now makes this a good edge. So in a solve, that would look like this. Unlike in a few beginners method, you always want to solve the cross on bottom. So some beginners methods have you solve the cross on top, like that, but that is really bad because you'll have to flip it over to transition into your next step. For cross, you want to use no rotations. So you should be able to find the easiest spot to start from and solve it without rotating. You also want to be able to solve it with great finger tricks. So when planning out your cross and inspection, you should be able to have finger tricks like this. Those are some advanced finger tricks that will help you do less rotations and are faster. So here's another example of good finger tricks. So here are some bad finger tricks, and here are good ones. Make sure you're always solving your cross in 8 moves or less. So you should be planning out your entire cross and inspection, but you should also be counting your moves. So I will move this down here, and then bring this over here. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Also, solve bad edges first. So this one right here looks like it is pretty difficult to solve. So we're going to do that one first. And then we can align the cross. It is also okay to solve the cross a D move away, like this. So we can just do that. You want to make sure you're watching lots of example solves and comparing it to good and fast cubers, because you might be thinking you're solving it really efficiently, but when you're watching example solves, you're figuring out there's a lot better ways of solving the cross. So in the link below, I will have examples for the cross. And once you think you've got all this mastered, try doing a few solves every single day. Because just doing the cross over and over for a couple days in a row will really help you get max efficiency. So if you're applying all of these cross tips, you should be solving it about that fast. So see ya at the cross examples.